with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. A busy day around these parts. We do have clouds. Started off with some nice sunshine for some of you. Clouds moved in, some shower activity, not a lot, but just enough to kind of dampen things down a little bit. But you move a little bit further to the southeast, and we are looking at sunshine. Flint right now is partly sunny. We're looking at sunny skies over in Caro this hour. Heavy rain being reported in a couple of spots in the south central part of the Lower Peninsula. Port Huron is looking at some sunshine there. Battle Creek, Benton Harbor, the activity is pretty well blown out now. Grand Rapids as well. Kalamazoo, they're looking at partly sunny skies. And then all across northern Michigan, with the exception of right along the Lake Michigan shore. Cadillac looking at some light rain. But we are seeing quite a bit of sun up there. A little cooler, 68 degrees at the airport, 68 at Radio Center. Downtown Midland, 67. Downtown Bay City is currently at 68. 78% is our humidity. Again, a function of that widely scattered shower activity. A south breeze right around 7. Barometer is rising now, 30.17. As we go through the day, there is going to be a pretty good chance of seeing some sun around these parts. Clouds are also going to be a part of the day. It's just one of those days. You get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, not a lot of anything really, except in a couple of spots here early this morning, they had heavy downpours in a real short period of time. So that kind of dampened things. We're going to need the sun in order to make it up to our projected high temperature. And I think we should, as we move into the afternoon, get a little bit of sun. 80 degrees is our projected high, so we've got a ways to go. And a low tonight of only dropping down to about 71. Currently, we're at 68, so we're going to be warmer overnight tonight than what we are right now. Then during the day tomorrow, we're going to warm up. Sun and clouds, 84 for a high and only 70 for a low tomorrow night. Some widely scattered shower activity, more so in northern Michigan early tomorrow. There will be a low pressure system over the upper peninsula, and it'll be moving into eastern Canada by evening. So again, the best chance of seeing precipitation right off the bat in the morning tomorrow morning is going to be in northern Michigan. We are going to see a couple strips of precipitation move through early tomorrow here in the Great Lakes Bay region. But then as we go through the day, things will lighten up quite a bit. And then there is going to be an outside chance, ever so slight, of seeing some precipitation on Saturday night. But everything is going to clear out because on Sunday, we're looking for mostly sunny skies and the temperatures will respond. We're going to be looking at least 88 degrees for a high on Sunday. We'll have a west breeze, possibly gusting up to about 25 miles per hour on Sunday. So it is going to be a warm and a dry one. Speaking of that, more of the same on Monday. The high pressure system we were talking about back a few days ago is going to be moving into and around Kentucky. And that high is going to generate some pretty warm temperatures and higher humidities as well. Tuesday, sunshine, once again, upper 80s. 66, 67 degrees for a low on Tuesday night. There is going to be a chance of seeing some precipitation on late Tuesday night and also during the day on Wednesday. But all throughout this period, we're looking for warm temperatures, humid conditions, and that's going to breed that chance of an afternoon shower or early evening thunder shower. Thursday, more of the same. Once again, we're going to be at least the mid-80s. And as we approach the next weekend, we're going to be looking at temperatures hanging in there as well, at or above average. Matter of fact, the above average temperature trend is going to continue through the 5th of August. As far as our precipitation values go, once we move into the first full work week of August, we're going to look for our precipitation values to pick up just a little bit. Normal high for this time of the year is 82. Normal low 61. Record high in this state is 99, set back in 1933. The record low 40, set in 1985, and it was cold. I remember that very well. 1 year ago today, our high was 79, our low was 62, had no precipitation to report. Sun will set this evening at 9:08, rise tomorrow morning at 6:18. And in case you're wondering, how do I remember 40 degrees back in 1985? We were attending one of the festivals around these parts and had to do some announcing and some activity on the evening. And it got pretty cold. Matter of fact, during the day, we saw a front go through, dropping our temperatures from right around 84, 85 degrees at noon, all the way down to the mid 60s by the afternoon. And it just continued to drop, and skies really cleared off. So it was windy and it was cold on this date back in 1985. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. We're going to touch base with Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West in a moment. But before we do that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you this morning by the folks at Tri-County Equipment, locally owned and locally driven. They want you to join their team, become a John Deere technician. They're looking for technicians, especially John Deere technicians, because they'll provide solutions every day with the latest technology while working on engines, systems, and equipment. On-the-job training is available, and so are advancement opportunities. If you got a strong work ethic, team-oriented, and want to support some of this country's most important industries, Tri-County Equipment is great as far as a fit for you. For more information, just stop by any of the 10 locations of Tri-County Equipment. Remember, when you're talking John Deere and Michigan's Thumb, as well as Saginaw, Reese, and Birch Run, you are talking Tri-County Equipment, working harder, doing more. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West in Frankenmuth. Gary, I don't know about your morning, but the morning around these parts has been pretty crazy. What's going on in Chicago today?
Well, we got another negative day across the grains boards here this morning, Terry. Yesterday was a down day, and we're seeing it. We had a little bit of positive, but we kind of turned negative, and I'm sure it's probably the weather forecast. We've been trading weather for the most part and demand. But right now, Terry, we have cash wheat, current crop wheat, down 4. That puts the white at 653 and the red at 618. If we look out to next year's crop on the wheat price, down 3 at 684 on the white, 623 on the red. Cash corn is down 13 at 612. New crop is down 14 at 497. Cash soybeans currently down 11 at 1370, and new crop down 8, Terry, at 1291.
So the weather seems to be the primary driver?
Yeah, yesterday, we had some fun selling going on yesterday, and probably a little bit more today. And primarily what I've been reading here is due to the weather 11 to 15 day forecast, that we're seeing. It's been kind of like a Garden of Eden, I've been saying around here, for the corn and the bean crops, and for the pickles and everything else that's out there enjoying the weather. But Yeah, but it's just, I mean, demand's been slowing down. China's been in the news a little bit on cancellation on some old crop corn cancellations. And then, so the question remains on old crop corn potential carryover numbers. What will be China's demand? So, as we all know, the carryout stocks are really tight on corn, really tight on beans. So again, it's kind of a tug of war between good crop growing conditions and the demand side of it. So, but and then you always hear a little rumbling, and as eyes are on the weather and the demand, you always got that 5-letter word COVID out there too that concerns a lot of the trade in certain areas of the world, and that's always seems to pop up from time to time. So, but as we move forward, we're going to continue to watch weather forecasts, who gets rain, who doesn't. And then when it turns hot and dry, when we need some moisture, that probably will continue to keep the grains pretty volatile here as we move through the remainder of July into August. So
everything seems to be looking pretty good around the countryside. I'm just kind of curious as far as the wheat harvest goes, especially over in Michigan's Thumb. Have the guys been able to progress right along? Are they able to wrap things up?
I think for the most part, yeah. I think the Thumb is pretty well wrapped up. There might be a field here, a field there that maybe is left to go. It's kind of, we've got guys still trying to wrap up in southern Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, where it's, a lot of that wheat down in those parts of the world is, of course, not milling quality wheat anymore. It's more of a feed wheat, but the weather has surely challenged the wheat harvesting this year, not only in our backyards, and which we did pretty well. We were pretty fortunate. But when you look down southern Michigan, whether it be southeast Michigan or southwest Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan border, up and through Ontario into New York, those areas have really had their hands full. And from what I talked to some of my Ontario friends over there this morning, and they're not even half harvested yet. So, and
you're talking Canada now. Wow.
Yep, Canada, correct. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's been a long harvest. So.
Well, yeah, and usually some of those places you were talking about south of Michigan, I mean, they've normally been done long ago. This has really been a problem for them, and again, the quality of that wheat is not very good right now.
Nope, it's going to be a challenging year moving forward, but somehow we always get through it. So
we'll get through it, and hopefully they'll be able to take advantage of some of these other crops that have priced out rather well as well. And weather conditions haven't raised too much havoc with it yet.
Nope, it hasn't. Looking for some good fall yields and plenty of crop to put away. So we got to get some wheat moving out the door so we can make some room for corn and beans. So.
Yeah, you got that right. Got to make room. Gary, you take care. Have a nice weekend, okay?
I will. You do the same. Thank you, Terry.
I will. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck or van, get it from a dealer that's been around since 1852. Those folks know cars, and they know trucks, and they know vans. So buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. That's Schaefer and Beerline. And by the folks at Thumb Bank and Trust, serving the needs of farmers for well over 125 years. A couple locations in Bay City, also Cassidy, Caseville, Pigeon, and Bad Axe. And the field days are coming up first part of August. So for more information on that, just get a hold of the folks at Thumb Bank and find out what's on the agenda for August. Doug Klein, good morning. What's going on?
Well, it looks like the only buying going on is stock market. It's got 4 days of rally going on. And that's about it. Everything else is just fairly negative. Not a big deal, but not positive. Anyway, here's your numbers. September corn, 551 1/4, down 13 1/4. December corn, 547, down 14 1/4. The August soybeans, 1404 3/4, down 11 1/2. The November soybeans, 1354 3/4, down 7 1/2. August wheat, 688 and a quarter, down 4 cents. And December wheat, 698, down 3.5. Crude oil has bounced way up there again right off the bat and kind of settling today. Not much. 71.87, only down 4 cents. The heating oil is 213.17. That's down 0.2 of a penny. Gasoline is 227.5. That's up 0.2 of a penny. Natural gas is 401 and a quarter. That's up 3 cents. Canadian dollar, the U.S. dollar gets you $1.25.85 at the border. That's up 21 ticks. The yen is at 110.51. That's up 37 ticks. The euro's at 117.60. That's down 10 ticks. And the dollar's at 92.97. That's up 15 ticks. Gold's at $1,800.70. That's down $4.70. Silver's at $25.14, down 22 cents. Platinum's at $10.57.30. It's actually down $33.
Taking it a little hard there.
Yeah, it's a pretty thin market.
That's what it sounds like. You have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too.
We'll talk to you on Monday. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. When we return, Chuck Cervinsky will be joining us.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series tractor is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Powerful Kubota diesel engine, ease of operation, and your choice of a Kubota gear or HST transmission. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer. Mow, dig, haul, lift. The versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor does it all. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
See Kim Weiss at Lingle Equipment, 3001 Sawyer Drive along I-75 at the M81 Carroll exit just south of the Zilwaukee Bridge, Saginaw. Call Kim today at 989-754-7801 or email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
Did it go okay when your insurance agent sat down with you to review the coverage checklist for your farm so you wouldn't have to worry about uncovered areas? You have reviewed your coverages lately, right? If not, maybe your agency should be the Emil Rummel Agency. At the Emil Rummel Agency, it's our job to understand the various risks you face every day on your farm, and then provide you with the right insurance policy that is based on your needs. If your current insurance agent is not offering this kind of service, it's time you talked with the Emil Rummel Agency, because we listen, and then we respond to what we hear. The Emil Rummel Agency is located in Frankenmuth, Vassar, Caro, and in Saginaw. Call us today at 800-572-0939. That's 800-572-0939. Or visit us on the web at rummelinsurance.com.
Folks at the Rummel Agency want to encourage each and every one of you to take part in the livestock auction that's going to be happening next Thursday at the Tuscola County Fair. We want to make sure that you get over there, support the young people of Tuscola County. We're going to be broadcasting from there as well on Thursday, so we look forward to seeing you. County fairs going on all over the place. We're off and running right now, and we'll continue right through a good part of the month of August. One reminder is our Michigan fruit pie recipe and cook-off. That is going to be August the 3rd. That's the first day of the Saginaw County Fair. If you would like to be a part of that, just get that recipe sent to us. Go to WSGW.com and click on the recipe contest and apply there with your recipe. We're getting recipes in right now, and it'll be cash prizes for the top 3. So Star of the West Milling is providing us with second runner-up, first runner-up, and champion cash prizes. So mark that down on the calendar. Get those recipes in. Deadline is approaching pretty quick. Along with me, Chuck Cervinsky, Maple Hill Nursery over in Midland. Chuck, where did the month of July go?
It's just sailing on by. When we get to July, it's really a key month in maintaining what we may have planted as far as trees and shrubs earlier this year. And watering of plants right now is very critical, as July is normally a warmer month. And plants will stress very easily, and they're developing roots right now to help getting them through the fall and winter months. So moisture is the key right now. And even though we've had some on and off rain the last few weeks, we're still seeing some fairly dry conditions, and newly planted trees and shrubs need at least an inch of water a week right now, as does your lawn. Larger trees are going to need to be deep watered at least a couple of times a week right now. The most effective way to water trees is either with a soaker hose or simply with a garden hose by hand and let the water soak down. And also a layer of mulch is real effective around plants, especially if you just planted them this year to help keep the moisture in. As far as the fertilizer goes, what are you recommending, Chuck? Right now, we're not recommending much for fertilizer. You want to put that on when it gets a little bit cooler in August. Slow release fertilizer like Osmocote works really well for trees and shrubs. Also for your annual flowers. Right now, they're starting to get a little weary with the warm weather, and they're still growing, but they simply just don't look their best. So now's the time to get out and deadhead and trim back your annuals and help revive them for the rest of the summer. And not only Osmocote for fertilizer, but as the two of us have both used on our annual pots, the Morgan Composting Healthy Garden also works well. Yeah, that stuff really works good. For more information, how do we get a hold of you, Chuck? You can call the store here at 989-835-4708, or you can visit our web site at www.maplehillmidland.com. Chuck Cervinsky, have a great weekend, okay? All righty.
For 33 years, the Bader family has been proud to be your local John Deere dealer. Starting in central Michigan and growing to 10 stores from southeast Michigan to the bridge, we are happy to announce the transition to another great organization. Going forward, Hudson Inc. will continue to provide the John Deere experience you can rely on for parts, service, and sales. The Bader family thanks you for all your business and wishes Hudson Inc. the very best.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center. We're more than a custom paint store. We have everything you need. From carpet to lighting, it's all here. With quality and satisfaction guaranteed. Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Since 1959, count them, that's 62 years, Northeastern Paint Supply has been serving the Tri-Cities. We have the most knowledgeable staff in the area, offering you the highest quality products in the industry. Benjamin Moore Paints, Hunter Douglas Blinds, Quazell and Kitchener Lighting, Flooring from Flooring America, fireplace doors, gas logs, and custom-made rugs. It's all here under one roof. Northeastern Paint Supply, Saginaw and Bay City.
Northeastern Paint, Home Decoration Center.
Coming up tomorrow at about 5:35 tomorrow morning, the Week in Review program that we've been doing for several weeks now is going to be talking about Governor Whitmer's proclaiming July as Wheat Month in Michigan. We'll have a little bit of information for you on the wheat industry here in the state. Back at 12:30 with an update. But first of all, we conclude our program with our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. In the throes of a pandemic and in a city under a state of emergency, the Tokyo Summer Olympic Games are now officially open.
There was plenty of pomp, the Olympic cauldron lit by Naomi Osaka, the emperor declaring the games officially open. But this opening ceremony also had an empty feeling with no fans in the stands. Still, the games are now open. The competition will get underway in earnest tomorrow. Competition in more than 20 sports and the first medals awarded. Steve Futterman, CBS News, at the opening ceremony in Tokyo.
For a little drama, baseball's Cleveland Indians turned to an actor, Tom Hanks, for a social media announcement to reveal a new team name.
And now it's time to unite as one family, one community, to build the next era for this team and this city.
Come next season, they'll be the Cleveland Guardians, picked from more than 1,200 entries from fans. The team's owner says last summer's social unrest sparked his move to change the name. Mask mandates are surfacing once again as COVID cases rise. Some school districts have imposed them for the fall. CBS's Dr. David Agus.
It's going to happen more and more. We're seeing Delta numbers go up. This is the first virus strain that can be spread outdoors. So wearing a mask in settings where there are crowds and where there are people together